Episode 2, Reasons. I thought Episode 1 was pretty awesome. What could be going on now? Looks like Muse. After losing Sierra, my only clue, I continued on to my original destination, Muse, the capital of the city-states of Joustin. You there. Hold on just a minute. In the end, I hadn't learned anything about the true runes. It seems I'll have to start all over again. Truth be told, I'm getting a little worried. You're holding up the people behind you, so get a move on. The first thing I need to do is make contact with my liaison here and receive my orders. It's absolutely necessary that I use everything at my disposal to get results this time. But even if I say that... Hey, old man. Hey, it's Templeton! Hey, old man! Stop daydreaming and show them your entry permit already. There's a ton of people behind you, so hurry it up. Hey, who are you calling old man? I'm only 22. It doesn't matter if you're 22 or 102. Just get a move on. At that point, I realized the people lined up behind me were all glaring at me coldly. Flustered, I showed my entry permit to the gatekeeper. My entry permit had been made in Harmonia, so it wasn't easily discernible from the real deal. Sorry for the trouble. It's just that a couple children were caught trying to sneak in with fake entry permits this morning. I think it's safe to say we know who that was. How they thought they could pass themselves off as adults is beyond me. But anyway, that's why we're all a little on edge. Alright, you can pass. I passed the inspection without raising any suspicion and headed into the city through the grand gates. As I was walking towards the main street, the boy from earlier came up behind me. Hey, mister! You're not from around here, are you? Your accent sounded a bit northern back there. I'll have to be careful around this kid. The city was at war with Highland, an ally of my homeland, Harmonia. In other words, to the people of this city, Harmonians are just another enemy. I doubt I'd receive a warm welcome. Really? I spent a lot of time in Harmonia. Guess I must have picked up a bit of an accent. Oh, so you've been to Harmonia. I haven't traveled there yet. But I will eventually, of course. You're traveling alone at your age? My name isn't you, you know. Oh, haven't I introduced myself yet? I'm Templeton. My age has nothing to do with whether or not I'm traveling alone. Although, maybe because of my age, people are generally pretty nice to me, so traveling like this is rather convenient. Oh? So why are you traveling alone? You look like you should still be in school. I travel to make maps. I'm going to map the entire world someday. It could take me my whole life, so I figured I'd better get started now, you know? The entire world, huh? For a map maker, you're quite the romantic. I don't think I could handle it. You? Don't even try. Recently, I've had to go back and update a bunch of maps. It's such a pain. Hey, you still haven't told me your name yet. I'm Nash. That's quite the name. Is that a compliment? Muse has a population of about 13,000. Its mayor is a capable woman by the name of Annabelle. Although the city had technically agreed to a truce with Highland, Muse was nevertheless still in a de facto state of war. The condition of the buildings that lined the street and the appearances of the people passing by lent credibility to the good stories I'd heard about the municipal government. As I walked along the white cobblestone street, I gazed at the City Hall building that overlooked the stores and houses. By now it became obvious that the appearance of the Highland Army at the border was causing tension. So, why are you in Muse, Nash? Well, let's just say I'm sightseeing. Sightseeing? At a time like this? You really are a strange one. The Highland Army is at the border, nobody knows if the war will start again for real, and here you are acting all laid back. Well, if war does break out, I might be able to get a glimpse of this infamous Luca Blight character, so that would be alright too. Whoa, now that's going too far. You're not laid back, you're a complete idiot. The Mad Prince of Highland isn't something I'd want to see, even at a distance. Geez, you don't hold anything back, do you? Even if he is a mad prince, as you say, it's not like I'd turn to stone just by looking at him. I'd hightail it out of there the minute things got dangerous. Determination is a good thing to have, but it's going to be your undoing. Well, I'm not staying in Muse if the Highland Army shows up. I'm getting out as fast as I can. Can't finish my work if I die here, can I? By the way, Nash, have you decided where you're staying at yet? This is my first time in Muse. I haven't picked a place to stay. Do you have any suggestions? No, this is my first time in Muse as well. That being the case, you want to look around and see if we can find a place to stay, share a room, and split the cost? Sure. We should be able to get a pretty decent room if we do that. Oh, that was quick. Why don't we stay at that inn? Alrighty then, looks like Nash found a new friend. It's our old buddy Templeton! So that's a thing. We went into the reasonably looking inn we'd found in a little lane just off the main road. I'm ashamed to say it, but the truth is, I don't have much in the way of money, and I was glad he'd suggest splitting the cost of a room. Part of that is because it's been quite some time since I last had contact with Dominguez, my liaison. Though I'm called a special duty member, the Frontier Defense Force is more or less a mercenary organization. Aside from my wages and the initial mission funds, I had to pay all expenses out of my own pocket, and I'll only be rewarded upon the successful completion of my mission. If this investigation goes on much longer with no results, I'll be up to my ears in debt. At times like these, when you're in the middle of an infiltration mission, they send your wages along with your mission orders, but I have to find my liaison first. Better get on that then. Hey, stop spacing out! Hurry up and sign the inn's register. It'll look weird if I sign it. Sorry. There was a bar on the first floor and rooms on the second. Behind the counter stood a woman who appeared to be the inn's proprietress. The sun was already setting, so the bar was filing up with people, taking their seats. They mostly seemed to be common peddlers and the like, but near the counter sat two people who were, judging by appearances, mercenaries. Oh, we know who these people are. It's Victor and Flick, what do you know? Don't worry, they won't get caught. Though we may need to think about heading south of Muse soon. Do they have their entry permits? You gave them to them, right? I didn't have time. I tried, but we only decided on the meeting place. Well, have you talked to Annabelle about it? Well, I'm sure they'll be fine even without the entry permits. It'll be fine. I'll go talk to Annabelle tonight. You... Just don't dredge up the past. We don't have contact with the Torn Republic anymore. I had only been idly listening to their conversation while signing the guest register until that name caught my ear. He was going to talk to Annabelle. Did they know Annabelle, the mayor of Muse? To all outward appearances, they didn't look that important, but if I understood their conversation right, then Muse was hiring mercenaries. I'm not sure I'll be able to get anything useful from them if they're just drunkards. But it's not as if I have any other leads, so perhaps eavesdropping on them will give me one. Good plan. Hey, Templeton. I'm gonna have a quick drink, so you go on and head on up to the room. Alright. Just for your information, I can't stand the smell of liquor, so don't drink too much. Well, see you. Templeton left, heading up the stairs. I got a tankard of ale from the proprietress at the counter and took a seat behind the man that looked like a bear. I drank slowly, listening carefully. But Annabelle's probably so busy right now, her head's spinning. I doubt she's in any mood to be pestered by the likes of you. Don't worry about it. I'll take some wine with me. It'll be like I'm bringing back a souvenir. Scowling at my tankard, I focused my concentration on the two men. I see. Well, give her my regards. You should come with me. Though it's okay if you say you're too busy. Nah, unlike you, I have tact. I'm no good at such things. I'd just be in the way for you two. Hey, what's with that remark? Her and I, we're not like that. I'm just a humble mercenary. I'm no match for the mayor of Muse. We just happen to know each other, that's all. Ha! You're taking this unusually seriously. But if you think about it, it's obvious that you and a love affair aren't the best combination. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Like I want to hear that from Flick the Blue Lightning, who's pampered by women wherever he goes? It's true. What? Who is pampered, or even wants to be? Or rather, are you one to talk? Lately, aren't you getting a little fat? Anyone can see that this is muscle. Ugh. Whoa. Sorry. Hey. Snap out of it. You meathead. Hey, Leona. We've got an injured person here. Help. Yeah, make room, make room. Let's see. Oh my. You've ruined a good man. Jeez, Nash. Jeez, drinking with those two? How reckless can you get? Those two. You know them? Yeah, that was Flick and Victor. I could never forget Victor's loudness. At any rate, that was a disaster, wasn't it? You could have warned me a bit sooner. If you knew them, I would have thought you'd have said something. I'm not much for stuff like that. I run into those two every so often. I don't stop and say hello each and every time. The big one was Victor, and the one wearing the bandana was Flick. They apologized profusely. They were also the ones who carried you here. I see. But what an awful experience that was.